you love the Dastardly decimal system and want more? Our Patreon is the best way to get that. Members will get access to show notes, official artwork, our new bonus episode series called Cleaning Up After Tea Time, and of course plenty of cat pics of Vega voice actors, Vash and Zid. This can all be found at patreon.com/Dastardly Decimal System.
The storm had now definitely abated, and what thunder there was now grumbled over the more distant hills, like a man saying, "And another thing," 20 minutes after admitting he had lost the argument. Douglas Adams. Sometimes I finish a story and I find myself with facts and tidbits that did not fit into the main narrative. What do I do with this information? How do I use it? The part of my brain that loves lore will not allow me to simply forget it. So when that happens, we turn to and another thing.
Sapphire dragons. As I dive deep into the lore of the Sword Collector and of the Sword Wings, I'm reminded that they are not the only weapon-hoarding creatures that live beneath the earth. Aside from the drows themselves, there is yet another powerful creature that enjoys swords and weapons. The Sapphire dragons. These gem dragons have scales and wings that run the range of blue, from the light tones of the sapphire sky to the rich crystalline azure of their namesake gems. They are psionic creatures with a debilitating breath weapon. They let out a high-pitched, inaudible sound that can shatter your eardrums, punishing you with thundering sound and leaving you stunned and incapacitated. Sapphire dragons are at odds with the aberrations of the world. They hunt intruders from the far realm, and those that have been corrupted by them, in order to protect the realm they live in. They will even team up with emerald dragons, rarity in worm culture, in order to track the influence of the far realm and stop their invasions. Sapphire dragons live under the earth, in cave systems. They grow and burrow extensive layers, using their inherent magic and natural tunneling skills to make a dizzying honeycomb of hidden passages. A sapphire dragon can move from one end of its lair to the other, remaining completely unseen by any unlucky intruder. Sapphire dragons are obsessed with war and weapons. They will study and obsess over battle and campaigns, and they will know every detail about every war. You thought your grandfather was bad when it came to war knowledge? Your grandfather has nothing on a sapphire dragon. Some of these dragons will not stop until they have collected crucial artifacts from the very wars that they obsess over. Their hoards are filled with weapons, armor, and records of military history and tactics. Their centerpieces are usually cataloged, orderly collection of war gear from their favorite war. While the quickest way to win over a sapphire dragon is to provide it with an artifact or a weapon that it craves, the second most easiest way is to lure a giant spider to its lair. Sapphire's dragons will eat just about anything, but their favorite meal is to eat a giant spider. Needless to say, they don't get along with Loth. And another thing. Unlike other dragons, whose locations and identities are often tracked and documented, sapphire dragons choose to remain hidden. In fact, there are only 5 known sapphire dragons in Faerun. Blue Corridum in the Lake of Steam, Malarugoth in the Grey Peaks, Taza-Uraglond, who lairs under the Griffin Mountains, Moradrin from the Uthangal Mountains, and Vaharhurond, the Old Claw, who lives high in the Thesk Mountains. The fact that we only know of 5 makes me wonder where the rest live. They are skilled at disguising themselves, which means they could be anywhere. They could be anyone. They could be living under our very noses. So be careful, because if you have a friend that is obsessed with history and their many wars, they too may be a sapphire dragon in disguise. And trust me on this fact, because I've learned it the hard way. Never trust a history major. Thank you for listening. Have a safe journey home, and the golem will show you to your portal.